Hello and welcome to Integrating Technology with Purpose online. This is Karen Dux, and I just thought I would make a quick video and kind of go over the structure of class and welcome you into class for the next couple weeks here online. So here is the welcome. I have this class set that it starts with the announcements in case I have an announcement for you. As soon as you go into the class, any new announcement should show up. So this is your welcome. And the first thing it is asking you to do is to create a blog entry so you can introduce yourself to your classmates. And then take a look at the syllabus and some of the other tabs along the side. So let's start with the blog entry. And you're going to come over here on the left and click blog. And then there is a place for introductions. So you're going to click introductions right here. And it's going to link you into the introductions blog, and you're going to just click create blog entry. Now I've asked you right down here to just take a few minutes, introduce yourself, your hobbies, your interests, what you teach, maybe why you took this class. And then later on, you can come visit the blog area and you can see all the course members start to populate here and be introduced to who is in the class with you. So you're going to create blog entry. This will let you just type right in this box, add a picture of yourself. Just make sure you resize it enough so it's small enough so everybody can see it, and then just click post entry. If you want to know a little bit about myself, you just click on the instructor tab. Here's a picture of myself, and it just tells you a little bit about me. I'm the tech integrationist for Fairbury Public Schools now. I've been actually an adjunct faculty for Doane College for many years, teaching technology classes, and so I introduced my family to you also. So this is kind of what I would like your blog entry to be. Then it says start here. And so this is going to be a little intro. It says what is graphite. It's actually used to be called graphite. It's called Common Sense Education now. So it's right here. It says use Common Sense Education. And it's a little introductory video to what this site is all about. And basically, we are going to focus the class around the Common Sense Media website, because right from that website, you are going to be introduced to just a ton of resources for you for teaching and learning. And we are going to do application reviews, and we are going to then create lesson plans where you're going to integrate technology purposefully in each area of a lesson plan. I also have, so you're going to read this, then you're going to come back over and you can click on resources, and you will see a lot of different resources here for you. With Common Sense Education, you can become a certified Common Sense digital technology certified teacher. If you want to do that, that's optional totally. But since you're going to create app reviews or website reviews and lesson plans, anyhow, you can do it online as well as hand it in to me, but you can do it for certification, and then you'll have a little title by your name, but they also pay you to do app reviews and lesson plans. So that's up to you totally, but you can look it over if you choose. So under web resources, if you click on that, I have tips for taking an online class, a tech encyclopedia, the net standards for teachers and students, link to some of my favorite blogs, and just lots of different tools there for you to experiment in. And I am going to a tech fair the next couple days, so just know that this is dynamic and I might be changing up a couple things along the way. but I will let you know if I do so. And then you're going to go to each week. So June 5th through the 11th, if you click on that, it's going to link you to what I want you to do and the assignments, or you can click on the assignments page. You can click on reviews and ratings and lesson plans. If you click reviews and ratings right here, give it a second to load. And I'm impatient, so I just try to refresh my page. Here we go. And then it's going to take you to Common Sense Media Teacher Review Feedback Form. And this is the form for you to kind of look over for reviews and ratings. If you click on lesson plans, you're going to come up with the same type of link. And it's a PDF about just what the reviews and ratings or the lesson plan should be. If you click on assignments, it takes you to assignments, and this is where you're actually going to go to turn in an assignment. But you'll notice this is the same exact place as if I click on June 5th through the 11th. It shows you, let me get there quick as soon as my page loads. June 5th through the 11th, it's going to tell you a little bit of what is expected on June 5th through the 11th, and then the assignment for that. Having a little slow internet at home today, but that's all right. We'll get it to load. Here we go. So this just tells you get to know the Common Sense site. Start here. Then you're going to create. It tells you what you're going to do for each of the modules, and then here is the link to the assignment, and if I click on it, here it is again. So I've given you links to everything that you need to do over and over again. So let's start with June 11th, and that's when your first assignment is going to be due. First of all, you're going to read and reflect on one of the Common Sense Media blog posts. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you to Common Sense Education, and you're going to look through the blog posts. And if something catches your eye, then you're going to do a reflection on that blog. So you might read several of them, but decide on one. And here are some blogs using social media for good. Well, it might be interesting if you're interested in that, in social media. Maybe 4 tools to take learning and fun outside, or maybe tech-inspired ideas for student summer reading, or how games can be a centerpiece for student-driven learning. So you're going to read. I just want to share with you that these things are out there for you to learn, creating space for maker moments. So you're going to choose one of them, and if you look at the bottom, you're going to have pages and pages of blog posts here for you. So that will be a great resource for you. You're going to read one or many blog posts, but you're going to have to do a formal review of one of them for that week. And then it's going to take you back. So you're going to have one blog post, but then let me get it to load again. Okay, that's the blog post. And then there's a little rubric about what I want your reflection to be. Then second, you're going to do a Common Sense Media webinar and do a review on a webinar. So when you click on this link for Common Sense Education, Common Sense Media, here are a list of the webinars. So you're going to look through, and like I told you, there's a bunch of them. I don't care which one you decide to hone in on. You can watch many of them. And many webinars, but choose one that you're going to do a review for. And just find something that catches your attention, okay? And then I'm going to just go right while I'm here, and there is a video library under Teaching Strategies Video Library. You can click on that, and I really like that. Dealing with digital distraction is great. Digital storytelling. But here are some ed tech tools, and here's talking about formative or seesaw. Here are some teaching practices. Here are one-to-one essentials, tutorials. So you choose a video. You're going to watch maybe several of them, but do a review on one of them. So basically, that is the what you're going to be doing the first 2 days of class. Actually, for the first 5 days or 5 weeks of class, every week you're going to do the same thing. One blog review, one webinar review, one video review, and then the last 3 weeks of class, I'm going to add in a tech integrated lesson plan. And when you go to this site, this Common Sense Education, and you go under reviews and ratings and under lesson plans, and I've linked to it back on our class site also, you're going to see some really great tech integrated lesson plans, and they also call them lesson flows. So this is where you will create your own, and you can do it online, but I also have templates right on our class site if you choose not to become certified. You don't have to post them here. You can just create them on the template that I've shared with you and hand them in. If you choose to, you can here. But here are some of the featured lesson plans. And notice that when I click on one, this is called Is It Same, Different? With Math I Can. It's for grades 5 through 7. When I click on that, you're going to see an example lesson plan. And so here is just the objectives and maybe some teacher notes and introduction. So think about this lesson plan as if you're leaving sub-plans for a teacher, how intense that would be. And notice here that these are the steps to the lesson plan. You're going to have the hook. And in the hook, I want you to have a tool, a digital tool that you'll use for the hook. Then access prior knowledge. What do you do to access prior knowledge? And hopefully then you'll find a digital tool that you might use to reinforce that step. One also for exploring, and then independent practice. So you might have a guided practice and independent practice. So notice how this looks. Here's the hook. And you may or may not use a web tool. Maybe you're not going to use a web tool, that's fine, but I want you to try to put a web tool in every step of the lesson plan. Here, accessing prior knowledge, and then they are using 2 tools here. And exploring congruent polygons, 3 tools here. So you just have to make it work for yourself. But you're going to have lots of lesson plans to look through, and my hope is that you're going to find some that you might want to use that someone else has created, and then give back and create one for them. So this Common Sense Education is a phenomenal site for really learning about and using educational technology. If I go to reviews and ratings here, you can go to top picks. Now you're going to be looking at websites and apps right here under reviews and ratings. Now these are teacher reviews. Here are reviews by subject, and you can choose art, English, math, science, social studies. Here's by standard. Now let's say you're my son and you're an ag teacher. Well, I don't see anything under ag, and there may not be. So you might have to just take a look at some lesson plans and then just make them your own. I know some of you specialist areas or vocational areas don't always have lesson plans listed on some of these sites. So it's up to you to add some of them, but you cannot get an idea of some tools to use by looking at some of the other lesson plans. Okay, so let's go back to our class now. I'm just going to click backwards a little bit and try to get back to our class site. Or if this doesn't work, I'm going to, yep, here we are, back to Blackboard. Okay, so let's take a look again. This is the first week. You're going to have your blog post review, your webinar review, your video review, and then there's a rubric for how you're going to do that. How will you use it? You're going to write one review of an application also. So you have these three things to do, and then you have one tool evaluation, one application evaluation to do. And then it totally explains that evaluation of the website from the Common Sense website. And I'm going to go back over that in just a second. But that's on this first day, what you're going to do. Now, if I go under assignments, just want to explain this one more time. So here's the assignment for June 5th through the 11th. It's due on the 11th. You have your blog post, you have your webinar, you have your video, and then you have an application review or a website review. Then the next week, here you are again with a blog post. Here you are with the webinar, video review, and then application review again. Now, on the third week, on the 25th, you also have a blog post review, webinar review, video review, app review, and now I'm adding the lesson plan also. Here's a lesson plan rubric for you. And so you're going to have 3 lesson plans total to complete that are tech integrated for the whole entire class. You're going to have 5 reviews of applications, apps. You're going to have 5 blog post reviews, 5 video reviews, 5 webinar reviews. Now, if that is not clear, you make sure you get in touch with me and I'll try to make it even clearer. Now, I want to go back to the Common Sense Media site. I failed to share that review with you. Okay, so here I am on the Common Sense site again, and here's reviews and ratings. You are going to do an app or website review. So I'm going to click on Browse by Subject, and I'm going to click on Math, for instance. And it is going to show you a bunch of app reviews for, these are math resources for teachers. So you're going to look, what grade level do you teach? You can choose, and then it's going to give you a bunch of applications. So you can choose, I've never heard of ZLearn. I know some of these, Learn Zillions, Redbird Math. So here are a bunch of them, Teachly, a bunch of them for K through 2. If I go through 9 through 12, you're going to see different applications. Some are apps that are from mobile devices, and then a lot of them are online applications or websites. Here's Khan Academy. You could do a review on that. See, right here you can see how a teacher did it. So I'm going to click this, Khan Academy, and you have models to look at. So here's a model review for this app. And when you click Read More, here's the whole review. And that's what you're going to do. Now, under resources on our class site, I'm going to share a document with a bunch of resources, a bunch of web applications. And if you want to take a look at those, you can, and then you can use your review of one of those. Or you can come here, see what this has to offer, and write your own review on it. Okay? So that is an app or website review. When you want to write a review, right here, write a review. Now, Common Sense Education, you have to sign up for it, but it is totally free. So when I click on Karen Dux and click on My Desk, you're going to see some things that I have done, some websites I have done, and some app reviews that I have done. So my reviews, my lesson plans. And I've done some, I haven't done a lot, and I did them last year when I was certified. I have not done any this year. But you know, this site can only get better as we add to it. All right, app reviews, blog reviews, webinar reviews, video reviews, and lesson plans. Those are the gist of it, and it's all about tech integration purposefully. I hope this was helpful to you. Have a great week. Let me know if I can help you in any way, and I will catch up with you in the virtual world.